Alright, so basement level, we're going to put a concrete floor slab in. We're just going to click the architecture tab. I'm using the floor tool. Once I'm on my floor tool, I can go to my properties and I can select the type of floor that I want. I want a concrete floor slab, 4-inch floor. By default, I'm on my pick walls tool, and again, we're just going to go ahead and put lines inside the concrete block wall that are going to define the boundaries of the floor. Okay, and that's it. If I hit that little green check mark, I should be able to see it. Okay, I'm going to spin my house upside down. Look at that, there's a basement floor all of a sudden. Alright, that's really handy. Alright, it's in there. Now, is there anybody who needs more time on that? That was pretty easy, right? Okay, I gotta tell you, it's not 100% correct. We're close. I'm gonna show you a cool trick though on how to check it. Alright? Hang with me for a second, even if you're not totally finished. So if we go up to that 3D view, so you click like your little 3D house. I don't want you to have anything selected, so press escape a couple times or click that modify tool. You should see in your properties, you're looking at the properties for the 3D view. Right? Scroll down a little bit until you see the option for this thing called a section box. You guys see where there's a little check mark there for a thing called a section box? Turn that on. All of a sudden there's this giant box around the outside of your house. This box is really cool. Watch what you can do. Look, if I turn it to the side here and I take the box and I move these little blue grips, I can actually cut into the side of my house. So now you can see inside your building. Alright? If you incidentally put your section box into a place that you don't want to, you can turn it off. And you can turn it right back on and it goes back to where it was to start with. Alright, and what I'm going to do, just watch my screen for a minute. I'm not going to take over, but I do want you to look. I'm going to take my section box and I'm going to cut into that foundation that we just built. Alright? And what I want to do is I want to look at the relationship between that floor that we just made and the footing. And right now there's this physical impossibility right here. Look, see how the floor slab is intersecting the toe of the footing? That's not entirely correct. Alright? So we're going to do just a tiny little bit of math here really quick. You have this 4-inch thick floor slab. And if you look at the properties for the floor slab, it is sitting on the basement level, but what the computer's doing is it's building the floor slab like 4 inches down. Alright? And really what I want to do is I actually want that floor slab to sit just about 4 inches up higher than the basement level. So we're taking the thickness of the floor and we're raising the height of the floor slab by 4 inches. So check this out. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick my floor slab. I'm going to go over to this height offset from the basement level. We're going to key in a value of 4 inches right there. So we're basically lifting the floor slab up 4 inches over top of the height that it was at. And now we created the correct relationship between all those components. So we have our footing, we have our stem wall that sits on top of the footing supporting the weight of the building, and we have our concrete floor slab inside. Alright, so take a couple minutes and get that all set up.